Motor down just about any road in Arlington. Go ahead, just pick a street at random. And sooner rather than later, you'll come across one of these. A double pole, an old utility pole, paired with a new one. According to a report Verizon submitted to the state this year, the company has gotten rid of 27 such poles in Arlington, down from 113 last November to 86 townwide in April of this year. And that's a good thing. Well,
I will say I question the list a little bit because behind the summary that's included with the agenda is a detailed list of all the double pole locations. And just looking at Mass Ave, there are 2 double poles listed on the report. If you were to drive from Lexington to the Cambridge border on Mass Ave, you'd find 6 double poles on Mass Ave. And so that was a spot check, including the one at the corner of Mass Ave and Adams, that has been a constant problem.
The concept of a double pole is relatively straightforward, but it's not a simple job by any means. When you have an old, worn-out utility pole that has more than outlived its usefulness, like this one, at the corner of Adams Street and Mass Ave, that incidentally has been this way now for at least the last 2.5 years. The utility company using the old pole is then responsible for trucking in the new one, which is then hitched to the old pole, securely bracing the pair. But that's only supposed to be a temporary fix. Take a look at this. Once the 2 poles are fastened together, the utility company, like Verizon or Eversource, is supposed to transfer the vast network of hardware atop the old pole, seen here on the right, and then transmit it to the new pole, seen here on the left. The old pole here, ow! Thank goodness there's a Walgreens across the street. Where was I? All right, the old pole is supposed to then be removed and simply hauled away. It's up to the new pole to handle the entire load. Literally, the transfer of power is complete. Ow. That is unless the removal of the old pole is seriously delayed by the utility companies and left to be abandoned. In some cases, like this one, for years. This one's more than 2 years, slowly deteriorating. It certainly isn't much of a postcard. But most importantly, this conceivably poses a potential danger.
It is important in that there are safety issues, and a few of them on Mass Ave are just, I think we've highlighted those specific poles, and it's a little disappointing that the most egregious poles haven't been taken out.
According to State General Laws, Chapter 164, Section 34B, a distribution company or a telephone company engaging in the removal of an existing pole and the installation of a new pole in place thereof shall complete the transfer of wires, all repairs, and the removal of the existing pole from the site within 90 days from the date of installation of a new pole. Officially, the 90-day grace period for this disintegrating pile of southern pine easily ended more than 1,000 days ago.
While there's some good news here, I think there's some problematic poles that I mentioned. There's one on Warren Street that is particularly problematic as well. So I'd like to see this continue and see the communication better. And I just thought the public and the board would be interested to see where Verizon is. Every 6 months, they file a report with the DPU, and my intent, as long as I'm on the board, is to compile that and present where we are.
The Select Board and Town Manager plan to allow Arlington residents to submit double poles they see on the town website that are not on Verizon's 86 list. Town leaders also wish to meet with all utilities simultaneously to expedite getting rid of these eyesores that have long overstayed their welcome.
Let's keep them honest and make sure that they're giving us the right information, but keep moving in the right direction.
After 90 days, once you put a new pole in, you should be removing the old pole.
Yeah. No,
So there's no criteria for keeping it other than you haven't done the switch. But this Adams Street pole is an extreme pole, and it's an embarrassment that it's there and it's unsafe.
Unsafe, to say the least. As far as Select Board member Steve DeCourcy is concerned, the time to 86, the 86, is now. For ACMi News, I'm Jeff Barnes.